While traveling, President Trump also weighed in on another developing story, the murder of Washington Post columnist Jamal Khashoggi.
There are reports the CIA now has high confidence the murder was ordered by the Saudi Crown Prince, a key ally of the White House. But the president calls those reports premature. ABC's Julia McFarlane is on the story from our London bureau. Julia, good morning to you.
Good morning, Dan. Yes, President Trump initially responded to reports on that CIA assessment by defending the U.S.-Saudi partnership, reiterating the importance of relations for jobs and the economy. The CIA itself has yet to comment on those reports of its assessment. This morning, President Trump pushing back on bombshell reports into the murder of Washington Post columnist Jamal Khashoggi.
They haven't assessed anything yet. It's too early. That was a very premature report. But we're going to have a report on Tuesday, and it'll be very complete.
The Washington Post reporting a CIA assessment found the Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman ordered Khashoggi's killing. The journalist murdered last month after entering the Saudi consulate in Turkey, seeking papers to marry his Turkish fiancée. The State Department also pushing back, spokesperson Heather Nauert denying that the administration had made a final conclusion on who is responsible for Khashoggi's death, saying there are numerous unanswered questions still, adding the U.S. will maintain its important strategic relationship with the Saudis. The president briefed Saturday by CIA Director Gina Haspel and Secretary of State Mike Pompeo aboard Air Force One as he traveled to California. The CIA assessment is reported to have included intelligence involving communications from the royal family. The 33-year-old Crown Prince, a close ally of President Trump's and son-in-law Jared Kushner. Earlier Saturday, President Trump calling the Saudis an ally.
They have been a truly spectacular ally in terms of jobs and economic development.
Reports the CIA find him guilty are the most damaging blow yet to that key relationship. That CIA assessment, first reported in the Washington Post, is described as finding with high confidence the Saudi Crown Prince is culpable. Now, the Saudi response to the killing first began with denials, then conflicting stories. President Trump says he expects the U.S. government's full conclusion next week. Dan?
Julia, thank you. Let's bring in ABC's Martha Raddatz, who's in Washington, where she'll be co-hosting this week later this morning. Martha, good morning. Let's start with the Khashoggi murder. The president yet again seems to be reluctant to blame and directly punish the Saudi Crown Prince. What do you think is going on here?
Well, it truly was within hours after the Washington Post had that report that the CIA had concluded with high confidence that the prince was involved, that the State Department pushed back, as Julia said. I think what's going on is they want to do this very slowly. I don't think there is probably a smoking gun pointing to the Crown Prince. So President Trump, no matter how much intelligence he gets, can interpret it really any way he wants to do this. And he has made a point over and over and over that we have this strategic relationship with Saudi Arabia, that they're important to push back Iran, obviously important for oil as well. So Tuesday will be a big day, but I wouldn't expect necessarily for President Trump to say things point to the Crown Prince.
Let's move on to a domestic politics. On your show this morning, you're going to be interviewing a group of newly elected female Democratic House members. It's interesting. You're going to be speaking to these women at a time when celebrities from Barbra Streisand to Martina Navratilova are hitting social media to support Nancy Pelosi as the once and future House Speaker. What are these incoming members of Congress saying about Pelosi? Does it look like she'll get the Speaker's gavel yet again?
You know, Dan, I don't think we know. They had varying opinions of Nancy Pelosi. They all praised Nancy Pelosi as a great former speaker, but there were many who would not commit to her. There are many on Capitol Hill who will not commit to her at this point. So I think it's unclear. Although what I would say is just talking to these women, it's a fascinating conversation and a fun conversation, is that they haven't decided because they don't know who else might run for Speaker. So I think that's why some of them are holding off, but still nothing positive yet, even though President Trump offered to help her out.
Yes, he tweeted in her support yesterday morning. Such an interesting and diverse group of incoming members of Congress. Martha, I look forward to seeing that conversation. Thank you. And a reminder, Martha has a big show this morning. She's going to have more on the investigation of Jamal Khashoggi's killing when she goes one-on-one with House and Senate Intelligence Committee members Congressman Adam Schiff and Senator Roy Blunt. Also, as we mentioned, she's going to sit down with those 5 new Democratic congresswomen heading to Capitol Hill. It's all coming up on This Week, right here on ABC.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.